Hello there, wonderful people. It is your girl, Valerie Priester, the business coach to female life coaches, helping them go from overwhelm to profits in their coaching business. So, this is the second live for our Business by Design. And as you guys know, I've been trying out the whole new going live on YouTube. So, here I am again. And I wanted to come in today and talk a little bit about how to adjust your money mindset, right? So, even though we have this big dream and this goal and desire of really creating businesses, profitable businesses, right, that are sustainable and that we're making money in, a lot of times what holds most entrepreneurs back is their mindset. And a lot of that has to do with the money mindset. Like, what are you thinking when it comes to money, right? There's different types of mindsets related to money. And what I find a lot is that people are often stuck in this whole place of, I want to make the money, but I really don't believe that it's possible for me. And they may not say that it's not possible for them, but it shows up in how they actually do business or not, how they take action or not, right? And mindset's a huge piece. That's why it's one of the things that I teach a lot about in my program when I'm working with female coaches is that you have to have the right mindset in order to generate the income that you're looking for. Now, here's the thing that I get a lot too is that, I want to make a lot of money or I want to be a millionaire and I want to do this and I want to do that. But then if your mindset's not set up in the right way that you are able to do that, you'll find that it can keep you stuck and hold you back from really generating the income that you want to generate in your business, right? So I'm finding a hard time trying to figure out like, where am I looking? But I think I'm going to look right at the camera. So I want to talk about how to adjust your mindset, your money mindset, right? The first thing with changing anything or shifting away from something into something new, the first thing that you have to do is be able to identify where you are. Right? It's like any trip that you plan. If you're planning a trip to drive across country, right? You have to first look at where am I now? And then look at where do I want to go, right? So becoming aware of the mindset that you're dealing with right now is your first step in adjusting your money mindset. And how do you become aware of that? The first thing is identify exactly what your money mindset is. Like, I have three types that I'm going to talk about. One is that old money is evil story. We hear that a lot. We hear a lot of people say, money is the root of all evil and everything's based on that, that Bible verse, but that's really not even what it says. It says that for the love of money is the root of all evil. But that carries from a lot of the things that we have been taught, right? I know that I used to hear my parents and grandparents say all the time, things about if you want to get rich, if you want to be wealthy, then that means that are trying to amass some type of wealth through greed, or that you are, indeed a greedy person because you want to be wealthy. Well, none of that's true. And then I've heard too that, it's not spiritual for you to be wealthy. That's not true either. So when we talk about that evil, money mindset, the mindset that money is evil, you have to examine yourself and ask, are these some of the things that I'm saying or that I've been taught and I've carried them, over into my life now? And I even find myself repeating those things, that money is evil. And for me to be wealthy, I'm being greedy, right? That's one way of really looking at, do I have, this negative mindset around money? Another one is another money mindset that often comes up is the doomed story, right? You may be telling yourself that, you're not worthy of being wealthy. And you may not say that so much, but your actions show that. Like you may find yourself sabotaging yourself because you feel deep down that you're not worthy to have wealth. You're not worthy to build wealth, right? And so you want to really examine that and say, what are the things that I'm saying to myself? What's the record that's playing over and over and over in my head that's telling me I'm not worthy, right? And then how is that showing up? It could be showing up in you spending a lot of time coaching for free. It could be showing up in you making sure that your pricing is very, very low because you don't feel like, you're worthy to have higher priced coaching programs or packages, right? It could be showing up in all of those ways, which again will limit you from really earning the income that you want to earn in your coaching business. Okay. Another one is the whole story about I can't hang on to money. right? And so there's a lot of self-sabotaging going on in that story, because what you find is even though you're making money, you may not be really spending money on yourself because you feel like, again, you're not worthy to spend money on yourself. Or you may find that you are overspending and still a lot of it not being on you, but you're overspending on others, right? And then you have that story that you're holding on to, that I can't hold on to money. Like money comes in my hand and then it goes away or slips through my fingers. I can't hold on to it. And if that's the story you're telling yourself, that is, again, a type of mindset, money mindset, that will keep you stuck and keep you from earning the income that you're looking to earn in your business. All right. The second thing is you want to make sure that you check the mantras and the statements that you're making, right? If you find yourself saying a lot that, I can't afford that, or we can't afford that, right? And those may have been things that you heard from your childhood. You heard your parents saying that all the time. Here's a good one. Money doesn't grow on trees, right? How many of you have heard that? I have heard that in my childhood. And then I found myself actually saying it to my daughter, when I was raising her. And it's like those statements, those mantras that you make are statements and declarations that you're putting out there that now you're living up to, or circumstances are presenting themselves to you in order to make that statement, that mantra, true. So examine what you're saying, your statements and your mantras that you say every single day to yourself, right? When you catch yourself saying them, write them down. That's the third thing, is write down what you're hearing yourself say. Write down any of those statements that you're saying. Write down things that you feel guilty about when it comes to money, because that's another one that we carry some guilt about, things that maybe we've done in the past with money. Maybe we squandered some money in the past. Maybe we made some bad decisions in the past, made some bad investments, all of those things. And if you're still carrying guilt from that, right, you want to identify it. So write those things down. And then the other thing is, get honest with yourself, right? Sometimes we do these things because there is a hidden payoff. And what is that payoff? Sometimes we may not realize that we've placed ourselves in a position where we want to be the martyr, right? We want to feel like, oh my goodness, everything happens to me, and nothing good happens to me, and my luck is bad. And if there wasn't, any luck at all, I'd have the bad luck. There's a saying that goes something like that. And if you've caught yourself saying things like that, then again, it may be a payoff in that. And maybe the payoff is, if I continue to believe that I cannot build the wealth that I'm looking to build, or I cannot make the money that I'm looking to make, maybe the payoff is I don't have to take the risk, because I'm not going to take the risk based on how my mindset is. I'm thinking I shouldn't do that, or I won't do that because it's too risky, or, I'll end up losing money again. All those things that can turn around to be a payoff. At least you think it is, but it's really not, because it will keep you stuck, right? So the other thing is this: once you have identified where your money mindset is, how you adjust and move from that is by really taking a pledge with yourself to be intentional about moving away from that mindset. And how you move away is taking these steps. Start to identify what you're saying. Start to identify what you really believe, and the whole money story behind what's really your belief about wealth, and if it's possible for you, and if it's something that you really desire to go after. Maybe you're holding back because you desire to go after it, but relatives, friends, other people may be saying, you don't want to be rich, rich people are evil, rich people are this or that. You've got to really dig deep and examine, what is your money mindset story? And once you do that, make the pledge and be intentional about shifting away from it. How you do that is by replacing those statements, those mantras, and those things that you've been telling yourself with affirmations of what you really desire, right? What is it that you really desire? And maybe the affirmation is as simple as, I'm a money magnet. I'm sure you probably heard people come say that before, right? It's a very, very powerful affirmation. But here's the thing about affirmations and the mantras that you're going to create for yourself. Make sure that they're positive and in present tense, but then also make sure it's something that you believe. Sometimes we try to reach too far beyond our belief level, and we're saying things that we really don't believe. We don't even feel viscerally that we believe it, right? And so make sure that your affirmations and your statements and your declarations that you want to start saying on a daily basis is something that you believe. And it may not be that, you start out saying, I'm a millionaire, because maybe you don't believe that today. But you could start out by saying, I respect and appreciate money. I respect and appreciate the options that money brings, right? Those type affirmations and declarations may be a lot easier for you to step into. And as you continue to do this work, right, it's a daily practice. Then it becomes easier for you to move into, more powerful, and I shouldn't say more powerful, but, more affirmations that stand a little bit firmer, if you will, or maybe even make you tremble a little bit, like I am a money magnet, right? But the key is do the work. Don't hesitate to do the work. Examine where you are and then be willing to move forward. All right. So as always, if you have any questions, you can put them in the comments somewhere here on YouTube, however that works. And I'll be happy to address those in some of my Business by Design episodes. Also, if you are a female life coach and you're looking for help and you're looking, to really connect with someone that can help you to build and grow the business that you desire to have, then connect with me. You can connect with me here on YouTube, or you can connect with me on Facebook. I have a community on Facebook, Female Heart Conscious Coaches, that is just for you to get the support, the encouragement, and the guidance that you need to keep you from being in overwhelm. I'm all about helping you go from overwhelm to profits in your coaching business. All right, so until next Thursday, we'll see you. And I hope that you remember, designing your victory is a choice. So decide today to create the life and the business that you desire. We'll see you next time. Bye now.